Welcome to round one of the calculated F1 Esports Racing League on F1 2020. We're obviously live for round one from the Albert Park Street Circuit in Australia. We of course have 22 race weekends that are going to take place over the next 22 weeks. We've got 20 drivers of all 10 teams, and it should be interesting to see who comes out on top in the first week. Jay comes around the final corner to begin his quick lap, and he crosses the start-finish straight, opening the DRS, and across the start-finish line to start his lap now. You can see the time in the top right-hand corner as he comes into turn 1. Quickly check back into turn 2 and the next zone. Into turn 3, quickly back to the left for turn 4. You have to turn it quite wide, and clipping the curb. Full throttle through turn 5. Third to last before we go into the penultimate corner, as Agent goes quickest so far with a 1:25.1 on the softs. And into the final corner comes Jay Hendo. Let's see what lap time he's putting down. It looks a quick one. Hyper goes quickest with a 1:22.8, and Hendo crosses the line with a 1:22.7 places to overtake, as Mr. Ghost goes fastest with a 1:22.4. The difference between P1 and P3, unfortunately, as we have a Williams the wrong way around on a track. Who was it? It wasn't a Williams, it was a Haas of Agent. He appears to have lost complete control of his car. He's just crashed into the pit lane, and he's completely ruined Mr. Ghost's lap there. Let's go check out Sniper on his quick lap. He appears to be 0.2 of a second up on the quickest time, actually. I've got it set to the gap to the fastest lap, so that is 2. As Lello goes quickest with a 1:21.0. Very close to hitting the 120s there. Can Sniper put in a very good sector 3? Runs perfectly onto the curb there. Good turn into the third to last. Hits the curb. Turns into the penultimate corner. He just misses the apex there. Gets on the power into the right-hander. You don't want to lift off the A. Runs are slightly wide, but he's got the DRS open. Puts in a 1:22.6, which puts him into P8. Short qualifying certainly threw up a lot of surprises there. Obviously, we have Remis with the grid penalty, which takes him down to 15th and pushes everyone else up a place. So we'll quickly run through. We've got Lello in P1, Hyper in P2, Benedict in P3, Ghost P4, Jay Hendo P5, Hazard P6, Nagan P7, Sniper in P8, Loho in P9, and Remis in P10, making up your top 10. We are just waiting for Lello before we do get into the race. We've got 5 red lights. And we have a formation lap first. Of course we have a formation lap. Mr. Ghost. No, we don't. We don't have a formation lap. Mr. Ghost has just gone early and got a drive for a penalty. I don't know what happened there. That was interesting to say the least. I'm not too sure what happened. But it's certainly lights out and away we go. What do we have? We have a jump start for Lello. We have a jump start for Hyper. A jump start for Benedict and Ghost as well. It's all kicked off. I'm not too sure what's that. It's an absolute mess. We've got Deskies at the back. He's 11 seconds behind. Must have crashed. Remis is off the track. That was some crazy, crazy stuff. As Luke has got past CRL Blitz, we have a yellow flag in Sector 1. This is incredibly difficult to keep up with. Incredibly difficult. Let's go to the front of the race and watch Lello as he tries to pull away. We have the Force India Sniper, though, on Nagan's back. Let's pick up this battle as we see Sniper try and take Nagan down the back straight. Of course, DRS doesn't activate until the third lap, so he's relying on rich fuel mix and ERS alone. So at the minute we have Benedict in P1 after the first lap, Jay Hendo in P2, Nagan in P3, Sniper in P4 and Loho in P5. Make up the rest of the points are Sanchez, Rami, Ramis, Lelo and Mr. Ghost. Lelo has pitted and so has Hazard, Luke T, C. Craig, Agent and CRL Blitz. As long as he keeps tight swing through the last two corners, he will have a move ready. He's nearly lost the front wing there. He's going to come up the inside of him, take him around the outside of the last corner as Rami dives into the pits. He didn't really need to risk it that much. He could have got some serious front wing damage there. That appears to be out of the race in Sector 1. I can't go take control of him. It would appear to be CRL Blitz is out of the race. I'm not sure whether he's crashed or spun and got terminal damage. We will go pick up Jay Hendo though, and we can see what has happened to Blitz as the leader goes past him. Oh, he's lost his rear tyre. He has lost his rear tyre. He's obviously crashed out. Lagged him into the wall. Oh dear. CRL Blitz is out. Lagged into the wall. Lost his rear tyre. And it's not a good first race for him. The time intervals on my screen are completely messed up. Loho, though, has DNF. Where is he DNF? He is DNF'd in Sector 2. We need to go see this. What has happened to Loho? Has he binned it into the wall? He has. He's binned it at the right-hander into the wall. We now have 2 DNFs and a disconnect from the session. I don't know what happened there, but Lelo is still racing, so Lelo was a disconnect and not a DNF. It is the computer that has taken control of him. We have Jay Hendo in P1, Nagan in P2, and Sniper in P3. Ramis, Benedict, Mr. Ghost, Lelo, Deskies, Alexis Sanchez, and Hazard make up the top 10 and the points positions. But actually, Benedict is overtaking Ramis. He's got him up the inside. Can Ramis fight back? No, he hasn't. Benedict is up to 4th. And Hazard is also closing on Alexis Sanchez. Let's go pick up the battle for 10th and 9th. If Hazard gets a good exit here, he should have Alexis Sanchez on the straight. Let's see what he can do. He's got his DRS wide open. And the ERS on overtake as well. He tries to go around the outside. Watch your front wing, mate. Watch your front wing. Let's see what he can do on the pit straight. Can he get a good exit out the final corner as Sanchez runs slightly wide? You'd say if Hazard gets a good exit here, he's got him on the pit straight. DRS wide open, overtake on. He's got him here. He's a sitting duck. Sanchez tucks him behind. As long as Hazard makes the first corner, he should be fine. So Hazard is up to P9. It's in front of Alexis Sanchez. Mr. Ghost could have Ramis here. The AlphaTauri overtaking the Williams. It was just like real life. The Williams out. Oh dear, there is contact. There is serious contact as Mr. Ghost goes into the back of Ramis. They both go spinning. They're both going to have to come into the pits, I no doubt. They both must have damage from that. Blitz has left the session, but they both have to have damage. If damage is on, they both have to surely come into the pits. The one person to benefit from that is Deskies, who is coming up behind them both. Mr. Ghost looks like he's lost a lot of speed though, because Deskies is catching up rapidly with his DRS and his ERS open, but he backs off the move. We could have a 3-car pile-up here if we're not careful. Who's going to get the best exit? Rami has ran a bit wide there, so he's not going to get the overtake done here. Sanchez may go for it though, if he's brave enough. I don't think he's going to get there in time. He needs a good exit here though. Hazard gets a great exit, and he's probably going to keep the position till at least the back straight. As you can see, Sanchez has got no ERS left, so he's relying purely on DRS. Oh, they've nearly touched, but he's just backed off the brakes in time. C. Craig, is down in position to Deskies. We have some great battles going on. Rami has dived down the inside of Sanchez. That seemed like I don't know about you, chat, but I would say Rami has done a pretty dangerous move there on Sanchez. That seemed like quite a dive to me. Didn't get on the brakes on time. It's an interesting move, but it does mean that he's moved up into P6 and Hazard has escaped in P5. Here. Nagan actually is closing on Jay Hendo. He's passed him. Nagan has passed Jay Hendo on the straight. This is a battle we better stick with because Jay Hendo is quick. Sniper is 18 seconds off Jay Hendo. If he wants to be in with a chance of a podium, he needs to get that gap down to at least 5 seconds, or hope that Jay Hendo has to pit again with his 5-second time penalty. At the minute, we've got a pretty spread out race. If you look at the top, Benedict is way out in front, but he hasn't stopped yet. He will come back to the second and third when he does have to stop. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to go into the medium tyres though. He is already on the medium tyres, so he's going to have to either switch to the softs or the hards. The question is, will Benedict be able to go far enough? And Jay Hendo has DNF'd. He's DNF'd where 2 other people have also DNF'd. Let's check out Sniper to see where he's gone off. It would appear he's binned it at the quick left and then right hander like everyone else has done. He has for sure gone off there as well. It is not a great corner for everyone. If you look at the position changes there, we've got Nagano up 6 places, Benedict up 1, Sniper up 5, Rami up 6, Ghost down 1, Sanchez up 6, Rami's up 8. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Oh, don't tell me we have another car in there. We have Agent, who has gone off at a similar position to everyone else. He seems to have avoided terminal damage. I think... Oh, he's got damage. He's gone off again. He's got serious damage here. But we need to go back to Benedict, who is within 5/100ths of a second. Sorry, 5/10ths of a second of Nagan. Nagan's run wide. He's going to get Benedict is up into P1. The softs seem to be dying quite quickly here because Nagan ran extremely wide there. Danny Cavilla or Pierre Gasly would close into Hamilton or Bottas that easily. Is he going to make a dive down the inside? He is. That is very, very brave. And he's lost it. Ghost trying to go for it has completely lost it. He's spun round at the 3rd turn. It's going to bring Sanchez back up into P5. Remis has overtaken him as well. Ghost has tried a dive. He's tried a dive bomb and he's completely bottled it. Benedict has come into pit for softs. Okay, this has just got a hell of a lot more interesting. Nagano is into the lead on the medium tyres. Sniper is up into P2 and Benedict has dropped down to P3. Benedict has given himself a lot to do in these last 8 laps, but he obviously felt like those tyres could not get him to the end of the race. Can he make it up in 8 laps? You would back into for sure, given the time he's taken out already on this lap. He's already within DRS zone of Sniper. Will he dive down the inside? He's going to back out, but he's going to get a good exit here. Sniper is on 13 lap old tyres. You wouldn't back into here. As Rami comes into the pits finally, and Sanchez gets ahead of him. We may see a battle ensue there. Craig also just getting past. As Benedict goes into P2, round the outside of Sniper, he gets the move done. Sniper's back into P3. Benedict is free to go and chase down the Gan. Will he get there is the real question he's back into with the time he's taken out here. As Benedict gets into DRS zone, he's 5/10 of a second behind the Gan. You've got to feel like the Alfa Romeo would overtake the Williams here, which is not something I would have ever said. An Alfa Romeo and a Williams battling for P1 and P2. Where else would you see this but F1 2020? Is he going to get him down the back straight? He's going to have to go down the inside. He switches out. He comes down the inside. We have got a back marker up just out of the pits though that could cause it. He dives down the inside of turn 1. Into turn 2. He appears to be ahead. Will the back marker get out of the way in time to not get involved though? That is the true question. We'll go on board with Benedict though and watch his final lap. That is all the battle's done with. Rami tried to dive down the inside. Sanchez defended it on the outside. I don't think he did anything wrong, however, as Hazard does come into the pit. Maybe he's going for a fastest lap. But let's go on board with Benedict and watch him cruise home to victory. Coming now onto the straight. His fuel light is on. He has pushed it. He pushed the car all the way, you would have to say. He's driven a great race. I think he's done a 2-stop. He has done a 2-stop. It's been an interesting strategy. We've had 2 stops from the top 2. 1 stops from 3rd to 5th. Another set of 2 stops, a 4-stop, a 2-stop and a 3-stop. He comes round the 3rd to last corner. Into the second, he locks up into the penultimate corner. before coming round the final corner. He smashes that. It's Benedict 11 and he wins in Australia. P1 for Benedict. He takes the first victory of the season at Albert Park. Well, we imagine that Nagant is going to bring the car home in P2. The Williams comes home in P2. Sniper comes around the final corner to take the final podium spot. So we have P1 for Benedict, P2 for Nagant and P3 for Sniper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your podium at Albert Park here in Australia. There we have it. Sniper in P3, Nagant in P2, and Benedict is your winner on the top step. Let the champagne begin. Will do. There you have it. There's your final classification. Benedict, Nagant, Sniper, Ghost, Remis, Sanchez, Rami, Craig, Hazard, Lello, and finally Luke. The rest were DNFs. I hope you have enjoyed. And that is it from Albert Park.